So I recently bought this custom PS3 console from eBay, and pretty quickly after I won the auction, the eBay seller sent me some very unhinged messages. And in this video, we're going to go through an update on the whole situation, talk about some other people involved, and also talk about how the seller is now contacting his lawyer. So let's get into it. So guys, if you haven't seen the first video on the situation, you gotta check it out. I'll put the link on the screen. It's a very wild situation, but I'll give you a quick rundown in case you forgot what happened. So essentially, I won an auction for this PS3, and 5 hours later, I had not paid, basically because it was a Sunday before Memorial Day. I was outside smoking a brisket. I just hadn't had time to go inside and pay for it on my PC. And the eBay seller decided 5 hours was way too long. By the way, you have 4 days to pay for an auction on eBay, so but whatever. 5 hours later, he sends me this very long message, basically saying how I'm a bad eBayer, I should be paying by now, and it essentially assumes that I am colluding with my friend Yard Sale Dale 1 to troll this eBay seller. And guys, at this point in time, I have no idea who Yard Sale Dale is, but by the way, we will find out who Yard Sale Dale is later in this video, so stay tuned. And then basically fast forward a couple weeks later, I make this video, publish it on my YouTube channel. I say this eBay seller went crazy after I bought his PS3, just talking about the whole situation. And now we're all caught up now, so let's talk about the new stuff. So basically, this video goes live when I make it, and half an hour, I swear guys, half an hour later, the eBay seller starts commenting on this video with his personal account, basically defending himself. Okay, yeah, so basically like this message right here is actually replying to the guy on his personal account, but apparently a few hours after this, the guy went and deleted his account. You can click on it and see the channel does not exist. And I did actually save one of the messages here, so I'll just kind of tell you his response to this video. And yeah, here it is. Well, I'll respond to you. It didn't matter about the money or when I received it. I had 38 different trolls on the account that day. I assumed you were a part of it because of a few reasons. I have never had anyone in my 20 years not automatic pay. By the way, this is an auction. You can't automatic pay. Like it doesn't work that way. Like I could pay immediately, but like I said, I was outside busy, whatever. So I don't know what he's talking about there. Then he says, then you not responding ever and taking a while to pay. That was the reason for the crazy messages. My mind was going 100 miles an hour. When the auction was ending, my phone was blowing up. Already being upset from the trolls, I assumed that they were going to screw with that auction too. They had done 2 of my other auctions already. I know you didn't know all of this, but it seemed coincidental and suspicious because it was not an automatic pay. I was exhausted over that day for sure. I'm glad you got it. I'm happy you think it's cool. I do watch you a lot. That's the funny part, is apparently this guy and Yard Sale Dale both watch the channel. He says, I like your content as well. Whole situation with the trolling was ridiculous. I have never experienced such childness from grown people. Thanks for not being too hard on me. Okay. eBay is still supposedly investigating, but I'm not sure if anything will come of it. Although the trolling tapered to a stop eventually, rather they got bored of it or it was eBay. Your guessing as good as mine. Anyway, thanks again for the purchase and the content you make. So that was kind of funny. Like it was actually a pretty positive comment considering the whole situation and after the other message that I got from him. And then this guy's wife also left a comment on the video. It's supposedly his wife. I'm not actually sure if it is or not, but she says, I am the seller's wife. I can promise you he's not mentally ill and we aren't drug addicts or desperate for money. We're just regular people trying to make ends meet. And blah, 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 suspicious. Basically the same exact thing here. So, okay, so we've seen the video, we've seen some of his comments, he deleted his channel, and now, like an hour after the video went live, I got a message from Yard Sale Dale himself, the guy who I was supposedly colluding with that I have never had any contact with. He messages me and says, hey, let's get on a video call and let me explain the situation to you and talk about why he thinks I'm colluding with you. So let's get into the whole Yard Sale Dale part now. So here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Yard Sale Dale. And if you want to see the full interview I had with Yard Sale Dale, you can check out my YouTube membership or my Patreon. For $5 a month, you get one exclusive video per week. So basically, $5 a month gets you 4 exclusive videos. These are all behind the scenes kind of things, you know, full interview with Yard Sale Dale. I'm not taking away any of the normal content from the channel, so don't worry there. By the way, I have series coming out in a few months that like you won't hear about at all unless you're part of the membership here, so go check that out, and I appreciate the support there. Let me just let Yard Sale Dale explain the situation to you here.
I got an offer for $25 on a fat PS3 for parts, free shipping, and I've had that thing for so long. I had it at $40 free shipping. I was honestly going to accept that offer, but I was out yard selling, so I didn't have time. I get home around 6 o'clock, and I'll read the message that I got. Verbatim.
Okay.
So he said, did you see my offer? You have to consider that the entire front is warped and popped out of place. It's missing the PlayStation logo and the HDD bay cover. It's not in good shape at all. It's definitely not worth what you think it is at all. In fact, please just decline my offer. thinking about it. It's not worth what I offered you either. It's already a non-working console to begin with. Do you think it's really worth that? You can't have common sense if you do. The main board is shot and the body is too. There's no mention of the main board being shot, by the way. I could not even part the rest and ever make my money back. Please just disregard my offer. Good luck selling your golden plated turd. It's not worth what you think. I buy at least a dozen of these a month.
So yeah, guys, this is where it all started for eBay seller 69. We'll call him. He's the guy that sent all the crazy messages. Basically, yeah, he sent an offer for 25 bucks for a PS3 to Yard Sale Dale. Yard Sale Dale did not respond for 9 hours because he was out yard selling, as Yard Sale Dale does. And just like, what an insane message to get this upset about somebody not responding to your offer after 9 hours. It's just like an entire paragraph. Did you see my offer? You have to consider that the entire piece is popped out, warped, and he's just so mad. He's like, getting so mad over a message this guy hasn't responded to, calling it a gold-plated turd. Like, dude, what is going on here? Like, get a grip. My goodness, you can't send people messages like this unprovoked, like completely unprovoked here. Man, I don't have a look at this guy's eBay account behind the scenes, so maybe something else is going on there too. I don't know, but from what I got from Yard Sale Dale, is that he made this offer to Yard Sale Dale and then this ridiculous message unprovoked. And basically, Yard Sale Dale sends him a message back that's like very professional. Says, I think I'll trust my opinion over a seller/buyer with so little experience and inept communication. Thank you for your consideration. And yeah, after this is where things start to make a bit more sense as well. So basically, Yard Sale Dale takes that screenshot, posts it on Facebook to warn other eBay sellers to block this buyer. You know, as you do, it's pretty standard eBay stuff. And apparently some people from Facebook that saw this screenshot went and messaged eBay seller 69. I don't know what they said to him. I don't know how many people said anything to him. I don't really know the accuracy of that or what all went into that because I don't have those messages. But it makes a bit more sense now as to the whole situation. Also, by the way, this offer happened on the exact same weekend that I won this auction. So it sounds like it makes a little more sense why he thought I was colluding to Yard Sale Dale. Now, the entire message sequence he sent me was still absurd and completely uncalled for, just roping me into the situation when I had no idea what he was talking about. So still not fair, but like I can understand his viewpoint a little bit more. Again, still, I'm not on his side. Like I don't agree with the messages he was sending Yard Sale Dale or me. And to be fair, he started the whole thing when he sent this absurd message after the offer to Yard Sale Dale. So just absurd. And it keeps going. But basically the day after I posted that whole video on eBay Seller 69, he sent me an email, by the way, to a different email I don't check very often, so I saw it a couple days later, and he says, so is stuff like this cool to you? I'm saving everything. From the initial message of my poor comment until now. I feel like I have to. This is now much bigger than it ever should have been. I won't be contacting eBay this time around. It will be a lawyer. So he is threatening me now. He said he's going to threaten me with a lawyer. Oh yeah, and his subject line is harassment. Next paragraph, he says, this was over and done with until you plastered the other patrons' username on your video. So by the way, yeah, that's Yard Sale Dale. And I hid all of his stuff. Yeah, you can see he says, so you hide my info but not his. It makes no sense if you had no affiliation with him. Both parties would have been hidden. You never once tried to communicate with me, but yet you have already made contact with him multiple times. So yeah, I didn't hide Yard Sale Dale because that makes the name is hilarious. It's awesome. Like I could not hide Yard Sale Dale, and it just made the whole message. Like it made the whole message. And I hid this guy's info because I didn't want people going and sending messages like this. This is the screenshot I attached where somebody basically attached the link in a message to eBay Seller 69 and said you're crazy, which I don't agree with. Guys, don't go message this guy. All right, this guy did it, and so now the eBay Seller 69 is blaming me. And boy, I logged into this account one morning and saw this email, and boy, I was fuming. I was not happy when I saw this, that he was threatening me with a lawyer after all the crap he sent me. Let me just read you my response, because I think I thoroughly destroyed his entire eBay existence here. But let me just read through it. So I say, hi, blank, eBay Seller 69. I say, I've never had a more ridiculous experience with anyone on eBay. I was being courteous, not contacting you after those ridiculous messages you sent me because you don't want to hear what I was going to say, which is true. Like, I had some bad stuff to say to him. From the huge assumptions, accusations, and clearly the research you were doing into figuring out who I am, all from me winning an auction of yours, it was just an absolutely unacceptable way to communicate with the buyer, and you know it. I also did another courtesy of not including your username or item number in the video, which is true, but eBay is a public platform, and as you very clearly know, if you search around enough, you can find people or figure out who they are. you did the exact same thing to me. And then going on, I say, if you didn't want your name out there, why did you comment so many times on the video? Which is true. Like, dude, he commented with his personal profile on the last video so many times. Like, he's exposing himself with that. I mean, come on, man. You wanted to hear from me, so what else do you want me to say? Please share anything you feel is necessary to defend your side of the story. I have talked to Yarcel Dale, and he's given me screenshots of your interaction with him, and it's not good, which is true. I have never told people to message you, and I don't think they should be. But when you dish out rude messages to other users like you have been, what do you expect to get back? What is your lawyer gonna do? Please enlighten me. You are in the wrong here, and you know it. Like, again, true statements. Now, if you have some sort of hidden interaction with Yarcel Dale that I don't know about, and he was harassing you, then things can very well change here. I'm on nobody's side. I just got caught up in the middle of this because of the messages you decided to send me unprovoked. Please tell me your side of the story, because like I said, I've seen what you said to me, and I've seen what you said to Yarcel Dale, and it's very clear you are sending out rude messages to people completely unprovoked. So I felt like that whole email was very, I'm just pumping myself up here, but I thought this email was very well written and very accurate to the whole situation. And let me read you his response. So basically, he responds back to me, and he completely lays down, bows out, like let's just go through. He says, I appreciate the response. I let my stress and anxiety of the situation spill over to you. I'm sorry for that. I was commenting on the channel trying to defend myself. That was clearly a mistake too. My interaction with the other gentleman was not right either. I've had quite a lot going on lately. I'm not going to keep going. It's basically the same thing the whole time, and I'm probably going to go ahead and blur out a lot of this message because I don't want you to see the personal aspects that he mentions. But basically, he says that he's very sorry. He's trying to defend himself. It was a mistake. And I'm glad he apologized. So, like, props to this guy. I will say, like, if you compare this situation to DK Oldies, where DK Oldies was doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down for months on end and saying that they were actually refurbishing consoles when they weren't. Props to this guy for actually, like, after a week afterwards, coming out and saying sorry and saying, like, this is my bad. But guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this whole saga, and I'll see you next time.